This announcement for all the faint-hearted. You might want to dip before the jerks get started. If you like frank conversation, then pull up a seat. If you like the unexpected, then you're in for a treat. But you're not a captive, there's no ransom to pay. You can just hit the X if you don't want to play. Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't want to join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation. Situation. This is not a hostage situation.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Hey everyone.
And
Hey,
we're
Pearl.
back.
Soup, Tanya.
Waves at the chat.
Come in.
Right, this is going to be a bit of a different live. So I want to sort of outline a few things before we start. First, can I say to the mods, anything that you see that looks slightly sideways to you, anything that is insulting or even questionable in regards to Tiffany Marie, her son, bringing Brittany J into it, you have our full authority and support in being as heavy-handed as you feel you need to be. So please, just for this one-off, I know normally we're much more flexible and we're much more free about what people say and we don't mind the odd troll. This is not that live. So mods, do whatever you feel that you
Long time outs.
Yes.
Try to avoid the whole blocking thing, because that.
Yes, maybe avoid the blocking thing, but long time out is the way to go. If you notice, there's no monetization on this live, either adverts or super chats or gifting or any of that. The link is pinned at the top of the chat for Tiffany Marie's GoFundMe for her son, David. Now, I am aware that people are saying that she's met what she needs. These things never go to the quoted amount. Anything that is extra is always going to be a bonus. So please, if you were going to give anything today, please consider giving to the GoFundMe. And I know that the mods will be dropping it in the chat as well, just in case for some reason you can't see the pinned link. So the memberships are still on. Eliza's got an explanation for that.
Yeah, give me 1 second. And
can't do anything about that. If you read this, it says you can turn off memberships temporarily, but it cancels all the active recurring monthly payments. So to do that would really mess up for everybody else who's already got their memberships. They would have to redo it. So the memberships are still on because we don't have a convenient way of working around that. But I hope you can understand, if we could turn them off temporarily without being a hassle for our current members, we would have done that.
just ask that if you're going to become a member, just wait till after this live, please.
Yes, this might be a short live. We won't be playing any of our usual membership milestones, new member jingles, funny adverts, because that would be sort of out of step with what we're trying to say. We're going to do another live in the week. That will be a fun live and it will have the usual fun things in. But this is not that moment. So I hope that you understand this may not be a very long live. We're going to address the situation with Tiffany Marie and the Bee. And we're addressing this because we were dragged into it yesterday and used as a way to try to hurt Tiffany Marie again. This is not something that we've chosen to do. We're just joining with Tiffany in saying, can you just shut up about it? If you genuinely thought, right, last summer, I referred to Tiffany in a group of people that included Benny and myself and Soup, talking about the way that life can hit you unexpectedly. Now, some people interpreted that as me talking about karma. If you know me, you'd know that I don't actually believe in karma, because I've seen too many good people suffer and too many terrible people thrive. I have a problem with the concept of karma, so I would never, ever say that what has happened is karma. I just don't believe in it. Now, I understand that I was being a petty bitch to a certain extent, and I also said something else on Deetz's that was being a petty bitch, and I am not making an excuse for that. But allow me to explain. Because of the continuing bad feeling there had been between me and Tiffany Marie, I hadn't truly read the things that she'd posted. I was aware that her son was ill. I did not realise just how rare and difficult what he was facing was. And that's on me. I don't blame anybody else for that. Now, Tiffany's response, I felt she didn't really get what I was trying to say, but I understood why she didn't get it. Okay? She came back and said some truly terrible things to me as well. And I said nothing back because at the point that I understood exactly what was going on, I didn't want to make the situation any worse. Now, yesterday, because of this thing where the bee is trying to gaslight Tiffany into thinking that she didn't hear what she heard and she didn't see what she saw, which is really insulting. Tiffany Marie is not mentally ill. She's heartbroken. These things are different. You can have a broken heart and a complete functioning brain at the same time.
Earl, you're kind of going out.
Yeah, your sound is wonky.
It was great, and then it went out just a little.
Hang on a second.
Oh, you're fine. You are fine. We're
I
going
just
to
wanna
let Pearl
Sure you're heard.
finish because what Pearl is talking
Okay,
about is great.
how is that?
That's
Mhm.
better. Yep,
Is that good? Let me
That's
know
good.
if it happens again. Okay.
I will.
I think this headset is dying and it's time for a new one. But anyway, what was the last point that I made? Does anybody remember?
It was, God, what was
She
it?
said
At
some
the
terrible
time.
things back.
She
She
said some terrible things back. Yes.
Yeah, and I shut up and did not go in there in the comments and argue or any of that or put up a live and debate it, because if that's the way she felt, when I understood fully what was going on, I was happy to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Now, yesterday, in all of this that is going on between the bee upsetting Tiffany Marie, instead of just sucking it up and shutting up like Tiffany has asked you to do, instead you tried to weaponize something that had previously happened. You tried to defend your bad behavior by pointing to somebody else's bad behavior. If you genuinely thought what I said was so terrible and unforgivable, why would you dig it up again
That's
to
a good
hurt
question.
someone? Why would you do that? You're just aware of the fact that you say inadvertently that you'd upset this woman who's, at the moment, all she's got is this son's memorial and his dignity, and she's asked you to shut up about it. And instead, you tried to dig something up ostensibly to attack me. Please attack me about every other thing under the sun, but could you leave Tiffany Marie out of this? That's
That would
all I'm
be
saying
great.
to you. You've been digging at me now for 2 weeks, and I'm fine with that. Dig at me about something else. Just shut up about Tiffany Marie, please. That's all she's asked you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also say, Brittany, please don't review this live.
Oh, God.
That is going to be part of perpetuating the issue. Even if you mean it with the best of intentions, please don't review this live, because it just goes over this situation again. We're doing a one and done to address this and say, do not use us to hurt Tiffany. That's all. Please don't go over it and make this even worse. Tiffany and I have got a long and storied history. Okay, there's been bad feeling for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I've got a son called David. It was his birthday a week last Sunday. It was his birthday, and I had him in my home. He's a few years older than Tiffany's David was. And I've lost a child. I know what she's feeling. Slightly different circumstances, but nevertheless.
Yeah.
To me, David is one of the most beautiful names in the world. I know people are going to go, yes, it might not be the rarest name, but it's the name of kings and saints, and it means beloved.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear her say his name, I feel something about it, regardless of all the past that has gone on. Please, for the love of God, stop upsetting this woman and let her stop telling her that she didn't see and hear what she saw and heard you do. And then please shut up. That's all she wants you to do. And just leave his name out of your mouth. I don't want to do this live particularly, but I don't want to leave it unsaid. I certainly don't want to do anything to upset Tiffany. I hope that people will take the link and donate, just as a gesture of supporting all this. But when people start making this into a game, when you've lost your way so much, that you think it's some sort of point scoring situation where you can say, I donated this much, I challenge so-and-so who you don't like to donate. What is going on?
What is going on?
Right?
And when people have got so deep into this thing that even somebody like Lippy, has been a stalwart for Tiffany, has made beautiful videos for David. What happened, Lippy, that you didn't in that moment see that they were making this into a game? And it's not a game.
No, it's not.
All that she has left is her memories and her son's dignity. Can you please, all of you, let her have that? If I can put down the sword with everything that's gone on in the past between Tiffany Marie and I, because to me...
No, I understand. It's okay, Pearl.
He's never coming back. I know that you all know that. On a certain level, I hate...
It's all right. Take your time.
You all know that on a certain intellectual level. One day, I hope to God you never experience it, but one day there's a chance that it could be you. Why would you dig things up? Even if you detest me, you're entitled to that. Why would you dig something up that you think is hurtful to her in order to continue some stupid standing on you do nothing wrong? Just suck it up. Admit that you did something that upset her and shut up. This is not difficult.
No.
And I think I've reached the end of what I've got to say now.
Well, I wanted you to explain perhaps to Brittany in terms that Brittany could understand why we would not like her to review this particular live.
Okay, Brittany, if you review this live, people will review you reviewing this live. And so it's perpetuated. This becomes a continuing topic of conversation when our intention is for this to be one and done, to say, please drag me about every other thing under the sun, but please don't bring up anything that is between us and Tiffany, because I'm concerned about the fact that you're just using it to try and hurt Tiffany. Drag me all that you want. And if you review this, Brittany, they will review you.
Yes.
It, and they will talk about Tiffany. And she has asked people to shut up. So can you please not review it? I can't stop other people who might have bad intentions from reviewing this. I'm asking you, Brittany, as somebody who seems concerned about Tiffany's situation and who has been sucked into this whole stupid, I'll donate this and Brittany can donate that. Please do not use this as content, even if you mean well, nothing good will come of it. So please, please don't.
Because like Pearl said, they will review you. It's that simple. You know this. And then it will get brought up again. And this is not what this live is about. This is a one and done. Because like Pearl said earlier, we were brought into it yesterday by the bee. So we wanted to address that and then leave it there. And yes, Tiffany is aware that we have a history with her. She's not stupid, okay? So you digging that up and putting that up, I don't know how you're just not embarrassed, okay? Deal with your own issues and stop trying to drag other people into it. Sometimes just saying, okay, I was wrong, I'm sorry, is enough, okay? Looking for things like you're just searching the internet for other things or other people who've had issues with her, you know what you're doing.
And when you use this for content and you've got all your super chats and everything turned on, you're not going to convince me that you feel so strongly about it that you can't turn everything off. It's not hard to do. It's very, very easy. We didn't know how to do it. It's not a tough read to discover how to turn things off. I saw a comment go by that I presume was deleted by the mods about B-Tim donating a large sum. Yes, he did. And I respect the fact that he donated a large sum, and I know it will be useful. What a shame that he couldn't have stopped at that point, but instead had to make it a challenge. That's what's offensive. Him donating is fantastic. More power to him.
He probably donated anonymously, right? But he had to make an announcement about it.
And I do believe that B. Tim would have donated regardless. I just really do.
I think he would have done.
Yeah.
I've got nothing for B. Tim, but I've seen him be very generous, and I've got no reason to believe he wouldn't have been just as generous. I just wish he could have stopped at that point and not turned this into a challenge. The same with the Brenda situation. This is not, you're so deep into this now. You're so deep into this bizarre notion of online warfare that you've all lost perspective. You do these things and you think that they're valid points, but in fact, they're insulting to the dignity of a young man that has passed. I wish you could take a step back and see that. If I can see that with everything that has gone on in our past, if I can see that, why can't you? I'm not making myself out to be a saint. Oh, Tiffany and I have been down in the mud. She has said terrible things about me. I've said some rotten things about her. But at this moment, nothing else matters. At what point does it stop? At what point can you say that even your enemy is suffering and you recognize their suffering and you respect what they've gone through and you want to leave it at that? That's all that we want to do. I didn't want to do this live, but I could not leave it unsaid.
Nope. I couldn't either. I think it was important that we brought it up because even though I'm very aware that it's probably not going to make any difference for the hive, it doesn't matter. It's not really for them.
No, if they review this and twist it, that's on them. I'm talking to the people in the chat, people elsewhere. I'm talking to Tiffany. I'm saying that she's asked you to shut up. Could you please not do that? Could you please do that and not mention her son's name? That's all.
And not mention it in your rivalry, your online beefs. Some things are just not, God, it shouldn't be hard to understand. This is not for your online drama. The end. Full stop.
Yeah. And again, in none of this am I saying, leave me alone because I don't want to be dragged. You can drag me as much as you want. Goodness knows you have done. I'm just saying anything that is in reference to Tiffany, leave it alone out of respect for Tiffany. I know you don't have any respect for me, and I'm not worried about that. But please, if you think something is so terrible, why would you drag it up again to hurt somebody that you know is already hurting and that you've already upset? Because you're too proud to say you misspoke, or you misinterpreted, or you misunderstood, whatever excuse you want to give. You were unkind in the moment. And then you tried to gaslight her by saying that what she'd seen and heard, she hadn't seen and heard. Just stop, please.
Yeah, thank you, mods, for getting that. That person has shown me that there's probably more issues with them than I even knew about. They are showing up everywhere now to make ridiculous comments. I really want you to go away from my channel and the jerks as well. Just wanted to say that real quick. You're very tacky to come in here at this moment to show off for whoever you're trying to show off for. There's a time and a place for everything. Yeah, exactly, Tartan Tilly. Hopefully, it'll stop. I don't know. I have no way of. I mean, they will definitely drag us. They are. I don't even know what to say when it comes to them. I really don't.
They're going to drag us, and there are already comments in the chat about, oh, well, you're just as bad. You fired up alive. We fired up alive because we were dragged into it yesterday. Had we not been mentioned, nothing would have been said. We have kept.
That's that crazy lady
on this. We've kept silent on this, and we've just shared the links and shown support where we can, because that young man deserves his dignity, and so does his mother. And what I feel about it in the past really does not matter now.
No,
you're going to make something out of this that you want to make out of it. All I know is I've done the best that I can, and I stand on that. Well, sit on that.
Same.
Agree. One thing that you know, I could say a lot of things about what Tiffany's done and said and whatnot, but I don't think anybody doubts that Tiffany was a very good mama.
Oh God, yeah. Yes, definitely. And when this happened, it was not hard to put my sword down. It's just not hard, okay?
Right.
Some things, it's just not even worth it anymore. Let it go and give her grace. That is it, and that is all.
From one mama to another.
Most of us here are moms. It's easy to understand. I don't get why it's hard for others. I really don't.
Please stop insinuating that somehow she's out of her mind. She's not. Her clarity of thought, actually. I very rarely listen to Tiffany. I listened to her most recent live. Her clarity of thought is exceptional. She's not out of her mind. She's heartbroken. No. But boy, she knows exactly what she saw and what she heard. And
yeah, they're not going to gaslight her.
Yeah, we're not gaslighting her.
No, and nobody else is either.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not white knighting for anyone. All you're doing is showing little empathy. Yeah. That's that. I thought she was okay, but I think that perfectly one might be a little thrown off. And yeah, I said it because she just keeps coming around. Like, you've announced your departure like 3 times. Go away. Just go.
I think my biggest ask of everyone that's listening to this live is to just have some empathy. That's all.
I have a lot of respect for how well she's holding herself together throughout all of this, especially, having to keep addressing the situation. When I was in her shoes, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have.
That's true. Yeah, I couldn't have either. I have not been in that situation, but I know. No. Right, Stars. It's the most unnatural thing any parent can go through. And when they're going through that, it's just really easy. You let it go. It's not that important.
It really isn't. And when you hear Tiffany talk about him, and even things like, him trolling people who are trying to sell him sort of a house remodeling and stuff like that. When he was getting cold calls when he was in the hospital and he was trolling these teleseller people back. You just know that that's somebody with an irrepressible sense of life. That this again, the karma. Don't tell me that boy ever did anything that deserved how this has turned out. When we see terrible people thrive.
Yeah.
I'm running out of words. I'm really sorry. And
No,
I don't want to, I really don't want to. I loathe getting emotional anyway in front of people. My friends know this, but
yes,
it's really hard not to be touched by this. And this what makes me wonder why, how deep things have got around here. That you're still so invested in point scoring that is more important than being moved by this. How can you not be moved? I don't
More
understand.
important than compassion. It's something is wrong here. It's very, very wrong.
Somebody said something to me earlier about my community wall post for Tiffany's GoFundMe. They were upset that I put people can donate to lawyer funds, help a young man get a headstone. Why did you have to get that dig in? That's actually not a dig. That's a true statement. People can donate.
Fact.
That's a fact.
Look, at the moment, when so many legal cases are going on, all that's saying is, give this one donation to this instead of that. Last month you might have supported it. Next month you can support it again. But just for this one occasion, I don't think that's that much of a dig to say. Everybody is looking for support in this sector for lots of things. All it's saying is, for this month, maybe prioritise, if you want to give in this sector, prioritise giving to this. This is something that long after these legal situations have gone, this memorial will stand.
Yes, it will. It's for a mother to mark her child's resting place. And I want to remind y'all, she goes up there twice a day, even in a snowstorm. Let her have it.
Can somebody, I don't know whether I can't highlight Tripper 1981's comment. I know, Tripper, it's one of those situations where something so devastating happens that all the past stuff just doesn't feel like it matters. Not right in this moment, no. But we are sincere. We are sincere in this. I don't know whether people can tell that we're sincere or not. I just want you to know that we are, and people can believe that or not. I am not going to do anything to disrespect the dignity of that young man. And I don't want anything that I've ever said or done to be dragged into a situation that could hurt her. Drag me, pick something else. There's loads of things that you're happy to drag me about. Pick on those. Just please don't involve Tiffany in anything. That's all I'm asking you to do. And all she's asked you to do is shut up. It's not hard.
And after this, on my channel as well, I'm done. Tiffany can handle her own. If you want to support her, I completely understand that. But I would be cautious of like making this continued content. Let Tiffany handle what she needs to handle. Unfortunately, we had to do this live because we were drug in it once again because the bee went looking for whatever she could. And like we said earlier, we were going to talk about it, explain it, and then move. Hey, Focus, we've missed you
Hey,
too.
Focus, it's good to see you. Yeah, and we won't be coming back to this, even if you do some absolutely horrendous live about this. We will not be continuing this argument. This is one and done on this. We will be wishing Tiffany well and sharing her link, and that's going to be the extent of it. Done, full stop. If you want to carry on making an absolute disgrace of yourself, that's going to be your choice. I've made my point clear.
Yeah, we have. I will not be partaking in it in any way. Well, welcome, Texas girl.
We'll do another sort of more straightforward jerk live in the week. We don't want to mix anything else in with this. I don't want to do anything that's disrespectful. And to me, having like membership milestones and little jingles and adverts, any of the usual stuff that we do is not to take this seriously. And I think it's very serious. So I'm sorry that this is like a downbeat live, but I hope that you understand why.
And we'll definitely be back.
Be back
Probably.
hopefully in a few days, right?
Mm-hmm.
With some
Let's make
more
it a hard and fast thing.
live.
We will be back this week.
We just wanted to address this in the most respectful way that we possibly could do that. And we can't do that with all the funny stuff, you know.
Right.
As
Yeah,
far
we
as
don't want to make
people
it.
asking for the specifics of what happened, I would recommend that you go and listen to Tiffany's lives. One, they're shorter. Two, she's very accurate on what she plays and the things that she points out.
I'll grab the link.
You don't have to listen to 9 hours of material to get to a couple of points. Go to the source. Tiffany is the mom here. Tiffany is the person who has strong feelings about this. Listen to what Tiffany has got to say. That's all.
And I'll drop the link. She's done 2 or 3 where she gets to the point of what has happened. So here is her link. Please feel free to go over there and listen to what the mother has to say, nobody else. Thank you, Blue Lazaru. There it is. Yeah, I think she's done 3 lives. So they're worth taking a listen to. All right, ladies, we did say this would be a short live, but like we said, we're going to be back this week. We don't want to mix any drama in with this at all.
Could I ask a favor of anybody who's in the chat? I know that you are good friends to us. Anything that is said about us, about this live, please just let it go. Don't go into chats and try and defend us. We don't want you to. You will be wasting your breath and they will just use it as another means to continue this on. Just let it go by you. By all means, type out a message and then delete it. Type out a message in a different box somewhere else and never send it. I'm not saying that you can't feel frustrated. Just please don't try and defend us anywhere. It will do no good, and they will just turn this into a bigger and bigger thing.
Yeah,
we've said what
and we don't need to see anything like B10 paying to say whatever he says. I'm not even going to read it. No, there's nothing you can even do, you know. So
we made a choice not to replay any of this stuff. we could have dragged this out for several hours. You know how people do. They'll play everything, even though they say that what was said was disgusting. They'll play it again anyway. We're not going to do that. That's why this is going to be such a short live.
Before we go, I just want to wish Tiffany continued strength and peace in her life.
Amen.
All the best for you, Tiffany. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Yeah, we all are. As mothers, we can definitely empathize with your loss. I can't say that I know exactly what you're going through because I don't, but I can empathize as a mother.
Very much so.
That's right, stars. Again, Brittany, I'm going to ask that you just leave this one alone. I don't want to have to private it or put it behind a paywall, but if you just leave this one alone. If you got something to say, Brittany, then you use your words. It's okay.
Yeah. If you decide that you want to make reference to this and talk about it, fine. Do not play this. Do not review it, please. I'm asking you out of respect for Tiffany, who you seem to have respect for, please don't do this. And the only other thing that I've got to say is every time that I hear Tiffany say David, I literally hear beloved. I know it's the Hebrew word for beloved. And the way that she says it, that's what I hear when she says it.
Oh,
Agree, Tripper. Her clarity is as sharp, has a finely honed blade. It is. She is not out of her mind. Not at all, despite what.
Oh, she's not. Calm
No.
and clarity, absolutely. But heartbreak, she's heartbroken. And she would be. I mean, Mike, you can't listen to her and not hear the love and the grief. You can't.
And the reason, again, real quick, Brittany, another reason we don't want you to review it is because they all review you, and it just gets mumbled and jumbled and messy and muddy. But just, yeah. One more time, I just felt like I needed to say that.
I don't think you can say. But the thing is, if she's skipping through, you need to say it several times. So if she's listening to this in the thoughts of reviewing it, she needs to hear it said at several points. Leave it alone, Brittany, please.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you all for being here and listening and hearing us out. And
yeah, I
again,
appreciate them hearing us out.
yeah, the link is pinned. If you feel like giving, awesome. Well, what do you ladies think? That pretty much summed up.
Yeah, I think anything that we say now is just repetition.
Right.
But we did say at the start this was going to be short because we weren't going to mix anything else in. And we stand on what we say.
Yeah. But we will be back, okay?
Thank you all for coming in and listening.
Yes,
Have a great-
Appreciate you.
Have a great
And-
Sunday.
If you want to, if you feel like you've got something to say to us, could I ask that you don't leave your nasty comments on this live? Leave them on another one. We'll see it. Or email us. But please, again, for the dignity of Tiffany and her son, please don't leave any abuse underneath this live.
They'll be deleted.
It'll be
Abusive,
deleted.
ugly comments will be deleted off this live. We don't typically do that, but we will.
Yeah, we won't even respond, so you'll be wasting your time. All right.
All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone.
Have a great rest of your day. Tiffany, I send you all the very best.
Yes. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed Sunday.
Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't wanna join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.